still Tuesday, November 16th. It's in the evening. I didn't do much today aside from work. I still, I didn't go out for a walk just because I still felt tired. My other eye was twitching. So I thought, okay, maybe I should keep resting. So I laid down, and I'm glad that I did. I was definitely in a relaxed state of mind. And I was able to see my waves. And so there was this, it stayed in the bottom half, but it felt more like, you know what it felt like? It felt like it was my energy. That's what it felt like. Like it wasn't, and I think I might have posed the question or entertained the idea that this is my energy, right? The waves are my energy to a certain degree, teaching me, right? Like my higher self, if you will. I guess my higher self would be energy. For whatever reason, this time it felt like it was my energy radiating, if you will. Like it yeah. That's just what it felt like. Like it was just my energy radiating to that level. Like just like there was this soothing, as I was laying on my side, there was just this soothing radiation, like radiating, but only halfway, like it didn't go up to the air or the, what is that, sky. It stayed in the water element, but just radiating, and it felt nice. It felt soothing to see as I rested. I think the only other thing that stood out today was, or even just this week, even yesterday. So this tarot spread that I'm doing, I was a little worried yesterday because there was a tower moment in the middle of the day. It was like the Fool, the tower moment, and then the ten of so 9 of wands. Yeah, 9 of wands. So it's just like, oh dang, that's a lot of intense cards to start off the week, right? The only thing I can attribute it to in terms of me is that it just was a heavy day yesterday. No, me and what day is it today? Tuesday, yeah. Where I just slept most of the day. I think that was yesterday. Yeah, it was. And so yeah, like today, the cards that came out today weren't so much for me per se. And I've mentioned it before that sometimes when I do my spread, it oftentimes also includes the people I'm working with, interacting with that day. And I was like looking at it too, I'm just like, doesn't feel like it's me, doesn't feel like it's me. To a certain degree, it doesn't feel like it's me in terms of the challenges that are being brought up. And it really was more of the people that I'm working with. So that was neat. To see that, right? The other thing was this element of so it was recommended to watch Eraserhead. I'd never seen this movie before. I'm still needing to finish it up, but it's really fascinating. In terms of the symbolism in it, with the traditional archetype of the man and creation, if you will. This element of creation, whether it's creation of another being and or creation of your choices, right? Taking control of the choices in your life versus being succumbed by the outside forces, if you will, or other people creating your destiny, right? And this element of taking ownership and control, and then there's the conflict with inner desire and wanting to step up, this push and this contrast, right? This push and pull between living this traditional way of life that you're supposed to, and then this other element of like the mystical side, the visions, the creation, the different types of creation, right? There's your traditional creation of a baby, but then the creative element of living a life of pleasure, and the reluctance, that was a really good word, the reluctance of how to type both. It was interesting. It for whatever reason, it's been a good reminder of our creative energy, and how oftentimes people just look at creative energy as sexual when it's so much more than that. So I'll include Christina Lopes, because I went back to that video of Christina Lopes when she talks about sexual energy, because oftentimes that is and potentially can be a blockage for a lot of people when it comes to sexuality. And there was a lot of that theme in this movie, Eraserhead, and so I'll include the link for that if you guys are interested. But just also because Miss Christina said for my birth chart reading, right, that this time between now and my birthday was going to be the time for me to tap into that side of myself, that creative energy, and what I want to do and focus on, and build, putting the building blocks. Again, really, the cycle repeats itself, because this time last year, that's what I was doing with these YouTube videos. That was when I started posting, and so this in itself was a building block, is a building block for me, and what will continue to be, however it may unfold. So I thought it was neat, this just overarching repetitive theme. And yeah. So I'm incorporating more of the birth charts in my sessions after assessing clients, and checking in with them about what their views are on certain things. And when I'm seeing that there's this blockage, I'm kind of throwing it out there, like, what are your thoughts about this? And with that preface, with that little asterisk of like, I'm not a professional yet, but I'm exploring, and are you open to exploring it with me? And I can give you a reference to someone, a referral to someone that, if you want to explore that further, more in depth, you can. So that's been really cool, and people so far have been receptive to it, and yeah, it's a nice flow. On the spirituality front, I reached out to Gary, and I described that experience that I had also, the pulling out feeling that I had from my body, and then seeing the back of my body, seeing the back of me still laying on the bed. And he termed it out of body experience. I was like, okay, that's two people, right? So I'm like, okay, because it was just the feeling of being pulled out. And I haven't been able to feel it again, but so I'm reading up on that a little bit more. But yeah, so that's that. Getting a few more clients. I'm ending a few clients, or at least getting prepared to. So that's nice. That's always a nice process, to be able to see how my clients are progressing, and now it's just titrating out, right? Getting them used to continuing to listen to their intuition. And it's really neat. It's really neat to see their growth and their progress when they're ready, willing, and able, right, to address what they need to address. So I thought that was cool. Yeah. That's all. Just want to share that. I changed my picture. I changed my picture on my YouTube channel. Just updating stuff. And even then, those are old pictures, because those were taken February, March of this year. So I still don't look the same. but it's definitely a lot different than the original picture that was on there. And even now, like, I decided to get bangs. so I still look a little different. And so I like them. I mean, it's definitely something, I'm checking myself out. Definitely something new. I like how it frames my face a little bit and it's parted, so more of that 70s look. Yeah. So far so good. I'm still on track for participating in that open mic on Thursday, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, just continuing to go with the flow and just doing my work. It's a nice flow. But alright, that's it. I need to finish up some work, and we'll see what happens next. Alright, bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.